People are often on the hunt for ways to improve their PC's performance or get that extra bit of oomph when it comes to speed. But are all those tips out there really the best way to go, or are some of them just myths? I'm here with Meredith of TuneUp to discuss some of the rumors out there that need to be set straight. So Meredith, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So what are some of the commonly heard tips for optimizing your PC that aren't really all they're cracked up to be?
Well, I'd like to take you through three main ones today, the first of which has to do with tweaking the Windows Prefetch folder.
What does that do?
Well, basically, the Prefetch folder memorizes the data a program needs when it starts, so that the program can easily get at it and load more quickly.
Okay, so kind of like gathering all the ingredients for a recipe first, so that they're ready each time you want to cook that meal.
Exactly. But there's a theory out there that deleting this data, or ingredients, saves space and memory on your PC and will make it run faster, when really all this does is force programs to search for the information it needs every time you want that program to start, causing it to slow down.
That does not sound good.
Nope, not at all. Some claim that Windows loads prefetch information for all of the programs you've ever started on your computer into memory automatically, filling your RAM with unused data, but this isn't true. You don't need to delete this folder because, contrary to popular belief, if you don't run a program, Windows does not access the prefetch information. And also, Windows only maintains a maximum of 128 entries in the prefetch folder and cleans itself automatically.
Well, that's convenient.
Absolutely. The TuneUp blog team tested the boot up performance as well as load times of 3 applications that were used the most on this PC. Those included Outlook 2007, Windows Media Center, and Internet Explorer 8. We tested these before and after cleaning out the prefetch folder and found a noticeable slowdown after removing the prefetch contents. You can see the actual stats on our blog at blog.tune-up.com. Just type in prefetch into the search bar and you'll find the post, which is fittingly called "Will tweaking Windows Prefetch folder allow for a faster startup?"
Wow, well now we know better than to delete the prefetch folder. So what other myths have you and the TuneUp blog team been busting?
Well, the second myth I want to discuss is disabling the Dr. Watson program, which allegedly performs resource-intense background logging activities.
So what is the Dr. Watson program in the first place?
Well, Dr. Watson is a debugging tool for applications. If a program crashes, Dr. Watson is able to jump in, collect data, and, if you choose to do so, manually transfer this data to support personnel to diagnose the problem. The data is stored in a file and can be immediately sent to Microsoft.
So does the Dr. Watson program actually slow down your PC?
From the productivity benchmark we conducted with PC Mark Vantage, we saw that there weren't any noticeable differences at all, regardless of whether Dr. Watson was enabled or disabled. Dr. Watson doesn't affect performance in Windows XP, and it's not even a factor if you're using Vista or 7, because in these newer Windows versions, it doesn't even exist.
Good to know. And if there's one more myth you can share with us today?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a rumor that's been circulating in the Windows community for some time about a secret CPU setting that can help improve boot up time.
Well, if there are really any secret settings, I'm sure you and the team have found them.
Absolutely. Windows is our passion after all. So according to a variety of sources, Windows Vista and Windows 7 only use a single processor core during the boot up process. And you know, almost all machines built today have at least 2 processor cores, sometimes even 4. So it may make sense to think that by enabling the other cores, you could speed up the boot up time.
But as we're talking about myths today, I'm guessing that's not true.
And you'd be correct. We tried enabling the other cores on 3 different machines and didn't find any difference among the PC's boot up times, even when we just used 1 core.
So I'm guessing users should leave the setting alone.
Right. It doesn't work and might make things worse for your system. In fact, we've found that sometimes this setting might actually crash people's machines. Our advice? Stay away from this tweak as far as you can.
That's great advice. And if people wanted more information on these myths, where could they find it?
All this, including the stats from these myth-busting tests and much more, can be found on the TuneUp blog at blog.tune-up.com.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Meredith. This is some great information, which hopefully will keep PC users running their systems more effectively in the future.
It was my pleasure, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.